No, this is not about accounting, so don't tune me out just yet. I promise this is much simpler and it's something that can make a big difference for your side gig or small business. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. All right, so let's jump right into it. So we're going to start super basic. Bookkeeping is just a fancy way of saying keeping track of your money. Think of it like this: when you get paid for something, that's money coming in. Okay? Now, when you pay for something, like gas for your car or buying supplies, that's money going out. Bookkeeping is simply writing those things down, what you earned and what you spent. That's it. Think of it like your grocery list. If you keep track of what you need and what you buy, you know exactly where everything went. Bookkeeping works the same way, but for your business. If you're driving for rideshare, selling crafts online, or coaching clients, it's about jotting down what you made and what it costs you to keep things running. Now, a lot of people think bookkeeping is the same thing as accounting, and that's where things get confusing. But let me break it down for you. Bookkeeping is about recording all the details, writing things down. Accounting, on the other hand, is about using those details to make decisions. Think about it like this. Let's say you're taking notes during a class. That's bookkeeping. You're recording everything, you're writing everything down. Now, when you study those notes to prepare for a test, that's accounting. You're analyzing what you wrote down to get a bigger picture. So, why does this matter then? Well, if you're doing bookkeeping, you're setting up your business for success. You're actually building a foundation, and that's something you can use to make smart decisions down the road, whether that's adjusting your prices, cutting costs, or even figuring out how much you can save. Okay, so you may ask yourself, what does a bookkeeper actually do? Well, it's simpler than it sounds. A bookkeeper records income, notes down expenses, and keeps things organized, like receipts. If you think of it like your daily routine, maybe you get paid for a job or a client session. That's income. And then you might spend money on things like gas, software subscriptions, or supplies. That's your expenses. Now, if you just keep all of that information in your head, it's easy to forget, right? But if you jot it down, maybe in a notebook or on a simple spreadsheet, you're already being your own bookkeeper. It's about forming a habit of writing things down so that later, when you need it, everything is in one place and it's easy. Now, let's talk about why it's important to keep track of things all year, not just when tax season rolls around. This is where a lot of people make the biggest mistake, and they make the same mistake year after year. So imagine if you only checked your bank account once a year. It would be chaos, right? You wouldn't know if you were overspending or saving enough. Bookkeeping is the same. If you keep track of your money throughout the year, you can spot patterns, like how much you're spending on things like gas or supplies. Maybe you're a rideshare driver and you notice that your gas expenses are creeping up each month. By keeping records year round, you can make small changes early on. Maybe plan routes better or set aside extra cash for those expenses so you're not getting caught off guard. And come tax season, it's a lifesaver. If you've been tracking things all year, you won't have to scramble to find receipts or figure out what you earned. You already know. It makes things a lot smoother. So let's get into the simplest method. The simplest method of bookkeeping is single entry bookkeeping. If you're someone with a small business, side hustle, or a gig job like ride share driving, selling things online, or even coaching, this is perfect for you, even for entrepreneurs. Single entry is just a fancy way of saying you're keeping track of one thing at a time. You write down what you earn and you write down what you spend. That's it. No balancing acts, no complicated systems, just simple notes. It's like keeping a journal, but instead of writing about your day, you're recording what you earned from a job or what you paid for supplies. For example, if you earn $50 from a gig, you write $50 equals income. And if you spend $10 on gas, you write $10 on gas. It's as easy as that. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot of work, but trust me, it's easier than you think. Bookkeeping isn't about being perfect, it's about getting into a habit. Once you start doing it regularly, it becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth or making your coffee in the morning. And the best part means you're doing it yourself, which also means you're in control. You know where your money is going, and you're not left wondering, where did it all go? It gives you power over your finances and it helps you make better decisions for your business. Plus, you don't need any fancy tools. It's just a notebook or a basic spreadsheet enough to get you started. So, here's how to keep it simple and stay on track. First, pick a day each week, whatever day, where you sit down and record everything. Maybe Sunday night when things are quiet. Number two, keep your notes simple. You want to record the date, the amount, and what it was you paid for. You don't need anything complicated. Finally, just start small. Maybe begin with just one type of expense like gas if you are a rideshare driver. Once you're comfortable, add more. Remember, this is all about building a habit. It's not about getting it perfect right away. It's about showing up each week and doing a little bit at a time. So, if this helped you at all, just hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next series.